Alrighty, we're back in the saddle here and leaving the rockfall area behind. So, as I mentioned, things kind of get quieter from here. Nice little breeze, help keep the bugs off of us. A little problematic spot right here. Speaking of problematic areas, I've never actually come across something like this on any of my railway explorations. This is a brand new tree fall. This must have fallen very, very recently. You can see that all the leaves are out on this very large poplar tree that is snapped off. It's right sitting on top of a culvert. What's interesting is this creek is dry. So 103.91, so milepost 103.91. Again, that is the mileage on the Kinghorn line. The original lines, that would be 54.21. Again, this is brand new, because usually these are cleared. You can see this, I don't know if you can see it from the camera's very wide angled, but it's a pretty big poplar tree. It's got to be a foot in diameter at least, and it's snapped off. Very common problem with poplars. They're very soft and they snap very easily. And I'm guessing last week there was a few days there we had some pretty wicked winds. You know, for example, like Monday, Tuesday, we had some very, very strong winds, and it might have gone those days. It snapped off. So what I did was I actually took my K-bar knife and I trimmed some of the branches, because I had a heck of a time getting the bike through here. Even Luna struggled a little bit trying to get around this. So hopefully she can get through okay. It's one thing if I was walking, but it's not easy trying to maneuver the bike through here. And this is a brand new bike, so I'm trying my best not to destroy it, because it wasn't cheap and I've already dinged it up a little bit. Last weekend we were at Langmuir and I had it leaning up against something and I dropped it and I smashed it right on some rocks there and took some chunks out of the front shock. Okay, let's zip you ahead to our next stop here. It's coming right up. All right, so that last culvert that we passed was 103.91. So somewhere in here is supposed to be milepost 104. Again, not a trace to be seen. Again, I looked when I was here last fall, didn't see anything. Again, it's very weird how these milepost markers have sort of all gone. And again, you know, there was a bunch up to 101, and then from everything from 102 to I think 113 is gone. Nothing to be seen of those. Just having a look here again, but because sometimes they'll cut them off, and sometimes you'll see the little stub of the post, or sometimes they pull them out and just throw them on the ground. But I'm not seeing anything. All right, let's zip you ahead to the next stop here. All right, so we're coming up to our next stop here. Just up ahead there's actually an old level crossing. I don't know how long it's been kind of not used for. It doesn't look like it's particularly a well-used thing. So what was interesting about that, and what I often do, is I'm like, old level crossing, maybe there's some signage around there. And lo and behold, and I've gotten pretty good at finding some of these things. It looks like it's an old flanger sign. You can see it's all rusted, and it looks like it's been kind of lying on the ground for a while. And so again, that was for this crossing. One of the advantages of coming this time of the year, probably in the summer, if you weren't really kind of paying attention, all of this vegetation kind of fills in and stuff, and you would have a very hard time noticing that sign. So just up ahead here is the crossing itself. Let's zip over there. So again, it looks like this road hasn't really seen a lot of traffic. And so over here, you actually have the old private crossing sign. Use at your own risk. We'll get back on the grade here. And so, as we go this way, I'm just going to keep my eyes open. Usually if one's on one side, the flanger sign's usually on the other side, the opposite side. I'm just kind of looking off my old CN profile map. That's usually how they have them labeled. So I'm just taking a look here and see if I can notice an old flanger sign lying on the ground. Again, it might be hard to see. It could be on that side as well. Who knows? Not really seeing anything. Again, sometimes it's just luck. Like if that sign hadn't been poking out the way that it was, I never would have seen it. All right, I guess there's nothing here. All right, so let's zip you ahead a little bit more here. All right, so our next little stop here. So culvert, modern metal one, but 104.83. So again, mileage on the Kinghorn. So that would be 55.13 on the earlier versions, the earlier iterations of this line. So basically that means that we're coming up to milepost 105, and we will have a quick look for that. Going through a little copse of poplars here, you can see that it's early in the spring. They've got that very kind of brilliant kind of limey green color before they turn a darker shade. Kind of looks very pretty. So somewhere in here is supposed to be milepost 105. If a marker's here, I haven't seen it. because I've looked and I've looked and I've looked, and I'm looking right now, and I do not see a milepost marker anywhere. Again, if it's down in the brush or something, the only way you're going to see it is if by chance. Just a fluke thing to be able to see it. And I've looked through the trees and all right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to hold up for a second, and then there's a little piece of a telegraph pole here. You can see a few Armstrong insulators on there. So we'll hold up here for a second, and then we'll just resume our journey.